to 70% off. That's right, at Court Furniture Clearance Center. Get up to 70% off new retail prices and choose from a wide variety of previously leased furniture and decor for your home or office. Sofas from $199.99, bedroom sets from $399.99, dining sets from $299.99, and more. All items are Court certified, guaranteed, and in stock, ready for delivery or to take home today. Make the smart choice and visit one of our 5 locations in the DMV or go online at courtclearancefurniture.com. Mention Radio 20 and get 20% off.
Blog Talk Radio.
Unmarket Your Business, the podcast. Born out of the need to share strategies and techniques that really work to market your business. Think yellow page ads and cold calls are your only choices? That's so last century. You're about to learn tested, tried and true marketing techniques you can apply and master, ones that feel authentic instead of salesy, strategies that are true to who you are and how you want to present yourself to your ideal clients. Let's join our host, Carol Joyce Dunlop, in the studio now and allow business success to move forward.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is your host, Carol J. Dunlop. Happy New Year. I am so glad you're on board with me, and we're doing this thing together. This is the first broadcast of 2018. I am so excited. I hope that you're having an awesome New Year. I am. Indeed, I am, and I want to make sure that it continues. And so no guest for this first show, but I will have a very special guest on next week. It's going to be awesome. I'm having a colleague, a person who I followed for a while, that's great, awesome content, and she's actually the founder of Content Empire. Haley Dale is going to join me, and we're going to be talking about how she markets her business. She does a great job. She's actually, I believe she's in Canada. I know she's on Pacific time, so I believe she's in Canada. And it's so funny. The last couple of weeks, I have actually been conversing with a lot of people who are not even in this country. When I launched my book, I actually had my first international online WOW assessment. And this lady was in Denmark, I believe. So that was great. That was awesome. I want to go there anyway. And then in the last couple of weeks, I've talked to someone in Japan and now Thailand, and I have a couple of scheduled talks coming up with people who are, I think another person, and one other person in the Netherlands and another person in Canada. So I'm going all international. I love it. I think it's great. We need to get out of our comfort zone and out of where we think we should be so that we can move forward with how we need to be. So that's what this year is all about. As a matter of fact, I just had a conversation with my sister who lives in South Carolina. You know, they didn't get snow, but the South is getting snow. Oh, my God. We got snow before Christmas, but we didn't get any now. But I know it's snowing down around Myrtle Beach area. Oh, my goodness. And Tallahassee is getting snow. So, I mean, it's just some crazy stuff going on here. I think it's all about the global warming thing, to tell you the truth. So, she said that she was thinking of starting to do, she's a nurse, and she's thinking of starting to do travel nursing, which I used to work for a company, I used to blog a lot for a company when I was in my personal training business called Nurse Together, and that's what they did. They actually just worked with nurses who wanted to travel and do their nursing here and there and everywhere. I think that's a great thing for my sister to be doing. I mean, if you knew my sister, you'd be like, really? What? You know, stepping out of a comfort zone. This person who's been in South Carolina for the last, I think all her life. I think she's never lived anywhere else. So it's so awesome to see her willing to step out of her comfort zone and do something she's never done. So I think that's great. And I think that we all need to do that. If you think about it, we are just 4 days into this brand new year. This new year was just born a couple of days ago. It's going up fast because we're already on January 4th. But there are so many things that we can do to actually spread our wings, make our business better, make ourselves better, live a better life, all that good stuff. So that's what we're going to talk about. So today we are talking about the single biggest mistake that you make when you're working for yourself. And so you did it. You know, you wanted to start your company. You knew you could do things better. And you went out and you said, boom, here I am. I did the thing and started my business. And now you're here, but there's one thing that you've more than likely missed, overlooked, not thought about. Even if you've been in business for a good while, like I've been in business for 23 years, but I built my business on this. But I know some people, and especially savvy women entrepreneurs, who aren't doing it. And that is, you are thinking that you are all alone in this thing. You are actually exhibiting the pioneer syndrome. You know, I've got to go out and find a new land, break ground, plow the land myself, grow the corn, kill the chickens, and get the eggs and ones that I'm not killing, and make the fire, build the house, have the baby, take care of the husband, just do everything. You think that you got to do everything yourself, and of course that's on the home front. But what about in your business life? You just can't. There's no way in the world that you can be great, super duper awesome, brilliant at everything. You're just not made that way. I hate to break it to you, but can't do it. It's just no way. It's just no way to do it. We think that we can. I mean, we are women, yes. We are awesome, and we take care of business. We do what we need to do. We keep the family in line. Like I said, sometimes we do have to go and chop the wood and cook the chicken and get the burgers out of the house, all that good stuff. But we really do not have to do this all by ourselves. And when I wrote my book, Unmarket Your Business, 10 Ways for Savvy Entrepreneurs Stand Out, Stop Struggling, and Start Profiting. Something's coming up here. I don't need to get in my way of me doing what I need to do. There we go. The computers always think they know everything. But they do not. I know more than they do. It's coming up bothering me all the time. But anyway, in the book, Unmarket Your Business, one of my chapters is called Collaborate. And in that, I talk about how you can work with other people in order to initiate, sustain, and manage your own business growth. Now, you may say, what do you mean collaborate, Carol? What am I selling off part of my business? Am I giving over control? Absolutely not. You are still in control. You are the one doing it. You need to do this, and you're the one doing it, but you need some help. And now, remember, I think I've talked about this. I know I've talked about it, a whole month of shows on collaboration, but I really want to drive home to you how important this really is. You cannot do this by yourself. Don't try to do this by yourself. And if you get others to assist you and help you in different ways, you can really grow your business exponentially. There's just no limit as to where you can go, what you can do, and how much you can accomplish. So when I talk about collaborate, I mean, I don't, there are kind of like two things to this. It's not that you have to bring people into your business and give them a part of your business. That would actually be a partner, someone that you can vet and bring on and, tell your secrets to, and then you guys agree that, you're going to do this thing a certain way and they're going to be part of it and all that. That's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about working with someone else who may have a bigger audience than you, may have more audience members than you, may have more money than you, may have more whatever, or someone who has the skills and systems in place that you don't have, so that you guys come together and do something great as a team, in a team effort type of thing. So I know a colleague and friend of mine, Lamar Tyler, of Tyler New Media, he talks about, this is where I first heard the 3B, but it's kind of out there everywhere, people talk about it. But there are three ways to actually grow your business. He was referencing this to growing your list, or growing your audience. But we're talking about growing your business. Kind of the same way. You grow your list, you grow your audience, you grow your business, right? So look at it this way. Three ways that you can actually grow and kind of get out there in front of people. You can build your audience yourself, just you, and you started doing that when you first said, hey, I want to create this business because I'm ready to go out on my own and do this. I know the best way to do it. I know that I'm ready for this. Boom, let's go. So you started building it on your own. That's the first thing, build. You're the one that's chopping down the trees and building the house. You're the one that's going out making the cold calls. You're the one that researching the potential audience members, bringing them in, and you're out there one-on-one, working it daily, every day. You're doing that literal pioneer woman building. Okay, that's how I'm going to get you so far. Because there are only so many hours in a day. There are only so many clients you can talk to at once. There's only so many people you can work with one-on-one at one time. So the other thing is buying your audience. So basically that means that you're advertising. You are joining groups because that's marketing. It's a form of advertising. Advertising is a form of marketing. That marketing is the whole big picture. We don't have time to get into everything, but just say you're buying. And anytime you're spending money to get something back, you're buying, whether it's joining an organization and becoming a member of something where you're paying, or you're buying advertising, you're buying ads, you are buying space, you're renting a booth, you're buying. You are buying. And that means that can be limiting also, because you don't have like an ever-flowing river of money. You're trying to get there, but you're not there yet. I don't think any of us are there, to tell you the truth. So you're buying pieces, you're buying things, you're buying, spots to get in front of people. You're buying that spot, you're buying that space, you're buying that program or whatever. You're buying audience, you're buying time to get in front of people. So anything that you're coming out of your pocket with, you're buying. So that's helping you build your business. Of course, you got to do that. You have to buy some things. You have to join some groups. And if you join groups, it's going to cost you money. And if you join a group that doesn't cost you money, you have to sit back and think, is this really what I want to be involved in? Because people know that when you pay for something, you're going to value it a little bit more than it's just freely given to you. Unless you get in with a bunch of people who are really gung-ho about what they're doing. But sometimes that money is more of a motivator than, I'm going to do this. So the last B is borrowing. And that's where the C, collaboration, comes in. So you're borrowing someone else's audience. I was just talking about that. You find someone out there who they either think of it as like a triangle. Maybe you're at the top of I don't know if that triangle, because that's like all the way. Let's say there are 3 dots. Okay, you're the middle dot. And then one person is in the first dot position, and one person is in the third dot position. So you can visualize that. So you're in the middle. On the first dot position, you can think about this as the people that you're looking to borrow their audience, or everyone who would need you after they've done something else. Say, for instance, me with marketing. And the people who would come to me, who would need me after they've done something else, maybe they go see an editor to help them write their book. Okay? They will be in the number 1 category. I can connect with editors, because editors are going to steer people after they write their book. They need to market their book. So they're like, you need to go see Carol because she can help you market your book. So that's an example. Think of the people who work with your audience before they need you. Let's say, for instance, you're a personal trainer, as I was, and I am the one who's going to help someone get in shape. So I would be connected with, in that number 1 position, I would be connected with maybe doctors, nutritionists, clinicians, who they've done what they can do with the person. They've taught them how to eat right, maybe getting their brain right about working out, but they need someone to work them out, and they don't do that, so they would send them to me. Okay? So that is the first group of people you would look at. Who needs you? Who are you the next step to? That's a better way of saying it. Who are you the next step to? That's the people you want to collaborate with. Because y'all would make a great collaboration. They're number 1, you're number 2. Woo, let's go. So now let's move to the number 3 position. So after you finish with someone, who do they go to next? Like for me, in marketing, who would I send people to next? I could send them to maybe an SEO specialist, because certainly I can do SEO, search engine optimization, but that is not my specialty. That's not necessarily my lane. I can work with it. I can help you with it. If you really want to get down and dirty with an SEO stuff for your site, you need to go to an SEO specialist. That's all they do. So I could send people there. Or what about trying to think something that's not marketing or that's not that they would still need. So other areas of marketing. So I do websites and social media, but maybe someone else needs to do. What would I handle? I would handle logo design. I can do logo design, but like I said, it's not really something that I'm just gun ho about. So I would send somebody else if they're coming to me to do their website, they don't have a logo. I would send them to someone who would do logo design. Or if someone was sent to me to market their website, and I look at what they have, and they don't have a content, they don't have content written up already, and maybe I'm bogged down, I don't want to do all that content from scratch, then I would send them to a copywriter. So they could be my number one position or my number three. So think about the people who, after you finish, you would send them to this group, this number three group. So you guys can be collaborators together. So for instance, Lamar Tyler could probably be my number three, because he has another, even though we both do marketing, we do it a little bit different way, and he has other things, so I might send someone to him and say, okay, you want this fully drawn out plan that involves Infusionsoft. Say, for instance, Infusionsoft, because I don't do Infusionsoft. I would send them to him. So think about the people who, after you finish working with that person, who would they go to next? And so those are your three people that you can think of, your three slots. The people who come to me, who need me after they finish with the number one group, and the people who I would send people to after they finish with me, and that's the number three group. So those are, the number one and the number three slots are really good for you to think of as your collaborators. Or you can do this. Now, Nadine Mullings and I, we have collaborated on a couple different things, especially the Website Magic Challenge that we ran twice in 2017, and it will be coming up again in 2018. That's such a great response from us. We're going to do that again. I guess in the world of marketing, we will be looked at as competitors, but she does social media, so do I. But she does text marketing, and I do website design. So she doesn't touch the website design, I don't do the text marketing. So we can collaborate together because people can come, and she likes this. She likes for people, like I would be her number one, because she likes for people to have a website before they come to her. Because, you come to her and you want to get a marketing thing in place, you don't have a website, she's like, well, I'm going to send you to Carol. So we work really, really well together. So you could be somebody else's number one. You may be somebody else's number three. So look at it that way. Think of the people who you could help by passing, your clients on to them, and think of the people who you would like for them to pass their clients on to you. And make a list of each one. And these are the people that you could look toward collaborating with. And I mentioned Nadine Mullings because we're considered as competitors, but we're not really competitors. If you get to know someone and what they really do, they may not be your competitors. I mean, I really don't think there are competitors out there, that they just come out that I'm your competitor, blah, blah, blah. I like to work with people. You never know the great things that can come about when you start working with someone and finding out what they're doing and how they're doing it and how you can enhance each other. So that could be a great collaborator for you. Look at someone, have a in-person coffee or maybe a virtual coffee with them. Virtual coffee is where you connect with them on Skype or on the phone, or maybe you do a Zoom session or something. Get to know them, see how you can help them. Are you their number one? Are they your number one? Type of thing. Maybe you both do the same thing, but everybody does it in a different way. So see how you can collaborate together, and then create a program or an event or something that you can do together. And it may be as simple. It doesn't have to be big. It could be as simple as, hey, I'm going to create a post with an opt-in. I'm going to create an opt-in, and I'm going to promote it, and I want to promote it on your Facebook page. And then you do the same for me. So what are you doing? You are actually building your audience by borrowing, see my air quotes, borrowing their audience. And the thing is, you are going to come out looking like a hero, and so will the other person, because people, the followers, are going to think, hey, you're so awesome because you introduced me to somebody else who can also help me. Because all of us are unique, all of us are brilliant in our own way, and all of us have something to offer. We offer it in a different way to the different people, and our people that are for us. But that doesn't mean they're going to only use us. It really doesn't. And they may use more than one of the same type of people until they find the actual right one that's going to help them do what they need to do. Because I've had people that have come to me from using other web design services which they were either not happy with or didn't have a good experience with, or that web designers served their needs at that particular point in time and they've just outgrown what they could do, or they just wanted something different. It's not always that we're so totally much better than anybody else. It's just sometimes we're just different. Because we're all great and we're all awesome and we're all brilliant, but we just do that in different ways. We present in different ways. We show up in different ways. And sometimes that isn't for everybody. You could talk to 10 people right now, tell them what you're doing, and those 10 people who are looking for whatever it is, just think of a generic version. Let's say web design, since we're talking about that. There are 10 people who are looking for a web designer, and you present what you do to them. I know not all 10 people are going to come with you. They're not. The money is going to make a difference. The way you present is going to make a difference. The vibes you get between you and them are going to make a difference. What you're offering is going to make a difference. So don't feel any way like, oh, my God, they didn't want me. So what? They just weren't for you. They weren't your audience. They weren't your ideal perfect client. They weren't the people who would be the people who are working with you. But don't think about it in a bad way because you never know who they know. So they may not use you, but they may go talk to somebody else and say, hey, I run up on this web designer, and she did this, and then she has an online wow package, and the other person will share, what? Oh, that sounds like something that I need. Oh, yeah. That can be your client. So be open to collaborating, be open to looking, be open to doing something new. I think that's one of the things that holds, especially women as a whole, and then women entrepreneurs back is we're afraid to make that jump and do something brand new. We're afraid that it's not going to work, or we have that perfectionist syndrome, like, oh, God, what if I go out there and it fails? If you go out there and it fails, so what? Seriously, so what? Everything's not going to work fine the first time you do it, the first go around. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work fine. And you could look up and it could be awesome. I learned a while ago from my mentor, who I've worked with and known for, over 10 years now, Rob Schultz. He was talking about doing video. And when I met him at the time, he wasn't doing video. But now, he talks about doing video all the time. And I love doing video. As you know, if you followed any of my Facebook Lives or look on my site, I love doing video. But he was saying, if you go and look at the people who are doing video now, who are on YouTube, or just they look so polished and, oh, this is awesome how they can just go and talk to the camera and be great and wonderful and stuff. They weren't always that way. They had to start somewhere. So what he said was to go and look at your favorite person who does video now, and then go back on their YouTube channel and look back at when they did their very, very, very first video. So you can scroll back all the way to when they started. And if they are looking polished and awesome and their show comes across like they could just do it in this week, I bet you they've been doing it for at least a year, maybe more than that, but probably at least a year because it takes you a while. But a lot of them, at least 5 years that they've been doing it. And if you go back to the very first ones, you can compare how they started, what equipment they had, or how their lighting was, or even look at what they put in the content, in the written content, and their titles, and how it meshes together and all that stuff. You will find out so much, and then you just go looking through it and see how they change, how they may even have stopped. Some people have stopped for a couple of weeks, couple of months, couple of years, and then they come back. Life happens, things happen, they grow, they change. You may have started one thing and figured out, oh, this is the most awesome thing since sliced bread. Then you end up saying, I don't want to do this anymore, and you stop. That's kind of what happened with me with personal training. I started out with this company, Creative Services International, as a web designer, and then 10 years later, I wanted to do something more. I heard an inner calling, so I became a personal trainer. I did that for 10 years, and then I kind of got pulled back into the web design because people are asking me, Carol, how did you do this? How did you grow this audience? How did you get this to work? How did you do that? They were asking me all these questions. And I'm like, oh, okay, I figured they wanted to start working with me and they wanted to start paying. So I'm like, shoot, let's see how we're doing this thing. Let's start paying for that. And let's get them to, let's get you to this point. And it started being great. I'm like, okay, well, this is the thing I'm doing. I really, really like this. And, now I'm back into social media. I'm back into web design, but I brought in social media. And not only that, content marketing and email marketing, which really didn't exist when I first did web design. So I've changed and I've grown and I've figured out how to do this thing. Now, it's not perfect. It will never be perfect. And I'm not finished growing, learning, and changing. Because I started this podcast last year, January the 12th. It's my first podcast last year, and we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary. Yay, for our Marketing Business Podcast. And I really didn't know how it would go. I did have a plan, and my book was supposed to be out last March, when it wound up not coming out until November. And now the podcast is a year old, and now I'm changing that again. I've got more guests coming in. I'm really focusing in on helping you doing your marketing the right way. So, I have learned how to change, how to go with the flow, how to accept new things, how to venture out. I did 2 speaking gigs in 2017 when I decided, hey, I want to do more speaking because I know that's how I want to grow my business. So I was very intentional about that. And I spoke to 2 completely different audiences, right in line with my target market. But I spoke to 2 different audiences. It was awesome. I even went to Philadelphia. I met Virginia. I met Virginia Trailblazer Worker. I met Renee Williams and Kim Jones at the Lyft conference. I got to meet someone I love and I followed for a while, April Hunt. It's great. It's awesome. I got to work with the different people, introduce to different people. So I'm like, boom, I'm doing it. But the thing is that you just have to, be ready. Be ready for the change, embrace the change, and say, hey, I'm going to do this no matter what. But the thing that I've found with a lot of women entrepreneurs is that their business, sad to say, their business has taken over their life. Are you one of them? Are you one of them where your business has taken over your life and you can't even get, a word in edgewise with your business? Well, I've got something for you. A friend of mine, longtime colleague, she knew me back in the day when I was a personal trainer. Lennis Woods Mullins and we have a special treat for you. Both of us have been longtime entrepreneurs, and we know your struggles in trying to make it work. We know that you take little or no time for yourself. We know that you're struggling to make work life and regular life balance, and we know that you making needed decisions that keep your business running smoothly and kind of like not in your wheelhouse. So we've created a new masterclass, 3 massive mistakes even smart women entrepreneurs make that keep them feeling overwhelmed and stressed, and we're inviting you to it. You go to bit.ly/3mistakes2018. You can be a part of this free masterclass. It's happening on Thursday, January 18th, 2018. So we're looking forward to seeing you because we're going to help you get through this mess and straighten it out, and so you can have your best year ever and your best business ever. So again, go to bit.ly/3mistakes2018. We will see you there. It's going to be awesome. And I cannot wait to help you with this. And I want you to experience greatness and brilliance. So we'll see you then, and be sure to tune in next week. That's all for now.
Thanks for listening. We truly appreciate it. For information about guests, products, or services that were mentioned in this episode, log on to our website at www.csicorporation.com/unmarketing. To learn more, get a glimpse of our upcoming schedule, and join the unmarketing nation of entrepreneurs who are using marketing techniques that work right now. Until next time, keep moving forward.